Hi. So technique for vibrato and bending, which is the same technique. It's just with bending you're doing a bigger movement, but it's the same technique. You want your hand, your fretting hand, to be holding the neck as if you were grabbing a door knob, yeah, a round doorknob. So you sort of grab it like that, and then the movement is just as you'd open the doorknob, yeah, you'd twist and it'd be the forearm twisting, yeah, you're moving in that plane. So it isn't just the fingers. You don't want the hand to be not moving and the fingers to be moving up and down, because that's really difficult. There's not enough strength in them, and it's over like a 3-minute song and it's difficult to be accurate. So the fingers are actually rigid, yeah, unusually they're rigid, right, not moving, and then the hand is moved like that, yeah. So again, what's happening is, yeah, that's a movement in this plane of the forearm, yeah, twisting the forearm. You can think of this part of the palm, the knife edge part of the palm, going up towards the neck and coming back down, up towards the neck and coming back down. And if you've got this as your pivot, yeah, then let's say with the third finger on the 7th fret of the G string, it's easiest to practice this on the G string and the B string. I find the G string easiest. So what's happening there is I'm not using the fingers, I can feel it, I'm not just moving from the fingers, I'm trying to keep these absolutely rigid, and I'm moving from here, and I can feel my forearm moving, twisting, yeah, and I can feel this knife edge part of the palm being pushed upwards or moved upwards by the muscles here, yeah. So the whole arm is involved, or at least the whole forearm is involved. It's not just the fingers. That's what you want to remember. If you find yourself like, really concentrate on, or at least pay attention to, be aware of which part of my body, which part of my arm is actually moving. If you feel that it's just here, just the fingers, that's not what you want, and it may feel really alien at first, but what you want is the fingers to be not moving, rigid, staying in this shape, yeah, that shape, staying like that, and the movement I can feel it, yeah, I can feel my forearm pushing the string up and releasing, pushing the string up and releasing. It's coming from here, the forearm, okay? Now, with a vibrato, as I was just doing, obviously it's a small repeated movement, so that's a semitone vibrato, and you can do a tone vibrato. You got to find out where it is. There. Okay, and I can feel, again, like I said, this muscle here in my forearm, I can feel that doing the work. That's pushing up and that's releasing. It is not the fingers, okay? So if you find yourself just fingers moving, it's going to feel like more work in the fingers, and that's not what you want. You want to feel it in the forearm, okay? And like I said, that may feel alien because you may have been using just your fingers, and so at first it may feel like it may feel wrong, but it will serve you in the long term, because obviously this muscle is stronger than just using the fingers, and it's going to make it easier to actually bend and to have accurate bends and to have stamina if you use the forearm rather than just fingers. And just a note on muting, I'm using my 3rd finger to fret the note, 7th fret of the G string. I'm using my 2nd finger to add add strength to the finger, yeah, so it's back up to the 3rd finger. And my 1st finger is doing a job of muting. You can have it either pressing down on the string as well, or just resting on the string, but it's definitely touching, the tip of it is touching that D string, the string above the G string, so that you don't get that sound of an open D string. As the fingers touch the G string, release, and then in the release slightly pluck that D string. If it's open, it'll sound out a bit. That'll be extraneous noise you don't want. So first finger, that bit of it, just the tip of it, is touching the D string. Okay, so that's tremolo, or vibrato, sorry, and it's exactly the same technique for a bend. Of course, with a bend it's not a repeated movement. Just practice getting to the note, bending up to the note that you actually want to hit. So either a semitone, play that semitone, then bend up to it, use your ears, that's it, and play that tone. That's okay. Yeah, and then it'll go into muscle memory of how far you have to push the string up, how much effort you need to, how much force you need to use. And again, I can feel it's this part, this, yeah, the forearm that's doing the pushing. Yeah, it's pushing the hand like that. Yeah, so, and how am I pushing the hand like that? I'm rotating the forearm, that's the movement, yeah. Rotation like that. So it brings this finger from this position up to that position, and on the fretboard from this position up to that position. And you really want to try and maintain the rigidity of the fingers. Yeah, this you want to think of as how did somebody put it? Like it's set in concrete. Yeah. Because if this is floppy, if there's movement, if it's loose, you're going to end up using the fingers rather than the arm. You won't be able to employ the arm, the forearm, if this is loose. So really try and keep this tight as possible, as rigid as possible, yeah? The shape of the hand like this. Grabbing your neck, or grabbing hold of a door knob. Okay, hope that helps.